Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to another fantastic edition of the Speed Gaming Live 2020 qualifiers for Final Fantasy Randomizer. I am one of your two hosts, DarkmoonEX, joined in the booth by Danny3883. Danny, how's it going over there today?
It's going pretty good. I can't complain too much. Not gonna lie. I know a lot of people are enjoying this fall weather. I miss July and 90 degrees a lot, but other than that, doing pretty good.
Well, we had something fun for tonight at least, though. We have the qualifier flags for this, the details of which, I'll be honest with you, I've actually completely forgotten and should probably go look at the flags like a professional. But we do have on board right now, from the looks of it, 3 people playing Fighter Rainbow, and then 1 person going the absolute interesting route of Black Belt Red Mage with 2 thieves that I'm assuming, from their names, they are going to be bumping them off. It's Gregglypuff. He does Black Belt strats. That's what we have to assume. How do you feel about these parties, Danny?
The Fighter Rainbow party is a standard party, so I'm not surprised at all to see it. I was a little surprised by Mr. Gregglypuffs. I'm not surprised there's a Black Belt. Wasn't expecting 2 thieves, but like as you said, given their names, I don't see them lasting long. Yeah, getting these flags, it's a pretty, a standard party and should do them all well.
Yeah. I mean, I can't fault Greggly for what he's doing. We have 21 locations to check, 21 items to get, so there's 0 loose, which is absolutely Black Belt strats right there. Can't really go wrong with a Black Belt when you only have, 0 items that you have to worry about digging out from random boxes.
I would argue that point because I'm horrible at playing with a Black Belt, but there is a lot of, good points of taking one when you have no loose because you're not looking for gear and stuff for it. Which would totally be what I would do right away, but I'm just not real good at with them.
Well, the things to bear in mind are the fact that you get 5% bonus experience per key item. If you kill off 2 of the thieves, that's already going to double the experience you have coming in. And when you play like Greggly, who has perfected the Black Belt strats, then I can totally understand it. I think in the case of you or I, we're more likely to go like Fighter plus 2 random mages, and I know you aren't a huge fan of the White Mage, so...
You're a funny man, Darkmoon.
What? Heal 2, Harm 2, Mute... Bane, Fast, Brack. I'm actually kind of in love with this magic right now.
I wouldn't be upset with it.
No, no real good sweeper unless you're talking about the undead. But yeah. Fast is nice. Brack's gonna take out Garland, and we just sail over to Provoca and find out what sweeper you have over there to take out the pirates. I don't think it's a big deal.
That you hope it's over there to take out the pirates.
Sure. A zap, a quake, a something. I mean, did we see Bane? I can't remember if we saw Bane.
Yes. No.
Bane! Bane's good enough. Bane will take out the pirates.
Yeah.
He'll wander in with his mask and he'll punch them down. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Totally fine. Nothing to worry about.
Nope. Not at
all. I'm mostly just entertaining myself here at this point.
We have at least 1 Garland broken into pieces.
There you go. That's what we like to see. Yeah,
with the loot from the king and the canal from Princess Sarah.
Hey, very nice.
So now we can boat around the whole world.
Yeah.
Once we get a boat.
Once we get a boat, yeah. So yeah, they don't get the ship, they don't get the airship, they don't get the canal, which they did now finally get right there. So they have to go dig out the abilities to get out into the main world. One of the 2 steps has been taken care of right now. I'm sure they're kind of hoping they just find a canoe and a floater and they don't even have to go sailing. But, we don't want to see that. We want to see them punished at least a little bit. And Greggly has taken on the Bridge Boss. Everyone cheer for the Bridge Boss. And say goodbye to the Bridge Boss. Bridge Boss! Yay! So yeah, without the ship, they're going to have to make a slow walk over here to Provoca. Another Garland gone, all the Garlands gone, and we see someone, Sir Linkalot is playing with the fun percent strats.
So was
flags.
Dinglu.
Yeah, the bassoon instead of the lute. I love that flag so much.
Oh, and so did Chadbert. See, Gregory was
Yay!
the only one not having fun with the loot today.
Greg, come on. That's
Right?
it's one of those flags you have to turn on. I talked to the
And it
devs
was
about.
a bassoon. He's gonna find that out. You know how upset he's gonna be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I talked to the devs about turning that one on by default, but they said no. So you have to willingly turn it on. But turn on the bassoon. That's a great one.
I keep forgetting to, and it makes me a little sad when I get the loot.
Exactly.
Right, so, Harp
Harp 4.
Yeah, and exit at Y.
Mhm. Tier
Oh, we're
2.
good.
I didn't see the black magic because I was busy talking about musical instruments.
Neither. But exit on that red mage is gonna be real good.
For these things, when you're just trying to pick out items and get moving as fast as possible, exit is an absolute lifesaver. And as you said, it's for everyone. We got Lock 2, we got Quake. Still no real good sweepers. Between Quake and Bane, we should be able to take out the pirates. It'll be fine.
2, which I know isn't a spell that everybody picks up. It's a spell I always pick up because there has been many times where that has saved my rear in a fight that I wouldn't have got out with if I didn't have. So
yeah, scaling is up to 200%, 50 to 200%, which means that you could get a fairly evasive chaos. And we got a power gauntlet there, just lurking over at Matoya's. Sure, Dangwu is not hating the sight of that. It's not an item that I think we're going to doubt anyone's going to get right there. Everyone's eventually going to go to Matoya to turn in that crystal, more than likely. But nice to have it now.
Yeah, and I've never once turned in the crystal Matoya and not checked those chests, even if I didn't need anything. So yeah, I'm sure that's something everybody will get.
And for those that have managed to kill the pirates, they get the ship. As if this wasn't even randomized at all.
Hey, also, and now we literally can boat all around the world.
Yay! The world is open to us, except for Dangwu, who keeps getting killed and sent back to the bridge boss.
Eventually he'll get there.
Poor Dangwu.
And then it's boat adventures for everybody.
Boat adventures with Boaty McBoatface. So, more than likely we'll see people take a small trip over to Elfland just to see what the spells are over there. Don't have the herb, so we can't turn that in yet. But we do have to decide from here where we're going to be going next.
Marsh is incentivized, so...
It is. Yeah, these flags have Marsh and Earth Cave incentivized. So if you're like one of our regular players, Caleb, who loves to make those trips into both of those dungeons, despite everyone else trying to, like, fade them as hard as they can until they absolutely have to, this is the flag set for you.
I said,
Yeah. Unfortunately, with the way that the meta of these flags is, and the fact that, you know, while we have the ship open, we don't have the canoe yet, 5-1 says we're going to be going into Marsh, and quick.
We have Marsh, we have Earth, and we also have the incentive from the Sages in Crescent Lake. So you have those 3 options, plus if you find the vendor item somewhere. But yeah, my play would probably see what's here for Magic and Alpha, and then hit up Marsh. And having that exit at level 2 makes, you know, Marsh and Earth both sound much better.
Oh yeah. When you only have to walk the dungeon one direction and don't have to walk out of it, it's so much nicer. Really, the thing this teaches us is that the vanilla game of Final Fantasy is brutally punishing. Because you couldn't have exit or warp for any of these dang dungeons.
Yeah.
One thing to point out real quick, Marsh might be incentivized, but Marsh Locked is not.
Yes. Saw Cure 4, I saw Lit Life 2, great level 4 spells, Lock, Warp, Fire 2, and chat was reporting that we had Lightning 3 as well over at Black Magic. That's honestly,
level 3.
Yeah, most of what you need right there. I think if you find a temper somewhere, you're good to go.
That like you said, that Lit 3 makes me feel, especially if I've got the level support, a lot better about like that early Marsh type too.
Early Marsh, early Earth. You got the buff spells for the end game. You got your Life 2, you got your Cure 4. Unfortunately, they're on the same level, so you might want to buy another Curative spell or another Life spell along the way. But I'm feeling pretty good about this Magic right now.
that. It was really nice to saw that houses were really cheap with only 400 gold. So
Ooh, yeah, that's nice. I like it when I can buy a 10 stack for less than 10 grand.
Yeah, and we've already seen pro rings. I believe it was an Elfland. So like they've got a lot of really good early stuff so far.
Yeah, chat pointed out pro rings for 4 grand. I also saw silver bracelets there. I think they were like 800 or so. And until you find gold, silver bracelets are perfectly acceptable. And they're usually cheap. Can't go that way, Sir Leeklet. That's the overland appendix right there. That's just there to trap you.
Unless I missed it, and I'm pretty sure I didn't, unless he saved a little further away. I believe Gregley entered Marsh Cave without saving, so he's feeling real brave today.
Well, he's got his a blade of meat shields up front. I'm sure he's fine.
He gets them killed, then they've done their job. However, if he didn't save and gets bounced out, he's gonna have to do it all over again.
And we'll laugh and laugh. I mean, the players are really just here for our entertainment, so.
I'm typically a little nicer. I want things to be a little nicer for people.
I just like to laugh when I'm not running. Exfer and Cure 3 also at the White Magic Shop level 3 for Elfland. That's the more I see of this magic, the happier I am with it.
I like Exfer because, yeah, I mean, it can be very handy, but it's also really fun if you can get it to land on something and, like, land, you know, when you can bracket Chaos or something goofy on Warmech. It just makes it fun.
Greg did lose one of his 2 thieves to a glare. Other one gets punched for half its health. Nice to see.
1 down, 1 to go.
Exactly. We did have Reese Wolf in chat mentioning that he loses points for taking 2 thieves. The flag set that we have does not allow them to have a nun in their party, so the best he could do is take a thief and get it killed off. Also, I believe that was the slab.
It was, so will eventually lead to something, but it's not really helpful at the moment.
Something, TM. Yeah, that's not going to be useful to them until they can actually get the airship and get over to Lefane to actually turn that one in.
Burt Reynolds in chat. Vanilla tiles. Who made these flags? Well, it wasn't me.
It was the guy running in the bottom right corner, Gregley.
I help plan things. I don't do flags. I leave that up to people who know this stuff much better than I do.
Link managing to get out with just a red mage to his name, desperately trying to escape so he can get back to Elfland and get people revived. Oh, those level 4 spells. The Life 2, if I'm not mistaken, the slot it was in, that's not at least red mage learnable. But he's not going to Elfland, is he? Is he soloing?
I think he's having trouble getting the run back.
Yeah. He's having a little bit of Groundhog's Day right here. Gregley back in Elfland doing some more of his spell buying, picking up the things he needs, like that all-essential warp. Gonna make Ice Cave and Ordeals a whole lot more manageable than you probably saw in the vanilla game. So if you're just turning in... Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I was like, yeah, having Warp and Ice Cave is really nice. I mean, having that exit made it definitely better, but when you have it and you're not looking for loose, you can just check that one tile and you can go to there, drop down, warp up, check it, and exit right out. Makes that incredibly quick. Having Warp for Ordeals just makes me a happy girl. I legit, I'm just sad anytime I have to do Ordeals without Warp because it inevitably just goes awful and I'm there for 10 minutes bouncing around everywhere.
I feel you on that one. So I want to thank SpeedGaming too. Huh?
That was just a tracker chiming in. I took a look. Life 2 is Red Mage learnable. It's in the 3rd slot at level 4.
May just not have had the money for it yet then. Want to thank SpeedGaming 2 for raiding with a party of 57 people. Welcome to the party over here. This is the SpeedGaming Live 2020 Final Fantasy Randomizer Weekly Qualifier. We are on Qualifier number 7. Gonna be a fun time here tonight as we're only about 12 minutes in right now. Found the ship from the king and the canal. No, ship was from the pirates. Canal was from Princess or Bassoon, one of the two. Then loot, depending upon who you're looking at. So we got a bunch of key items. Just found the slab over at Marsh. There is your really fractured recap. And now we're trying to figure out where people want to go next. Gregley has gone to Melmond and is probably going to make his way over into Earth Cave next.
That is what it looks like.
Reese Wolf in chat asking about magic. Cure 4 was level 4. Cure 3 was level 3, as if they're pairing up properly. And this may or may not be an Earth Cave double dip, depending upon whether or not he finds the rod down there.
Yeah, like I said a few minutes ago, exit makes that Earth dive a lot easier to talk yourself into. It still feels real bad, though, anytime you have to double dip Earth.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I much prefer, even at low levels, finding that rod so I can go and kill Lich, because Lich at this scaling is generally not that bad.
Mention you've got Quake at level 2. I've done dumber things than dive at single-digit levels and taken out a Lich with Quake. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been there. Yeah.
And when it works, it's great.
And when it doesn't, it's sad. I've been there. So yeah, Cure 4 was slot 2, so that's going to be White Mage only. Life 2 is slot 3, so that is Red Mage learnable right there. Really nice to have that Life 2. Kind of sad about not being able to have that Cure 4, though.
Nice, but if I've got to pick one or the other, I'm much happier that it's Life 2.
Mm-hmm. I'm much happier it's Life 2 right until I get like the last couple Fiend fights, and I'm desperate for a Cure right in the middle of a bad battle.
It's always nice when you have that healing magic, when you have like a Cure 4, or even a Cure 3, or like, you know, Heal 3. Heal 3 is real nice.
Yeah. Heal 3 is great. And that Quake doing work for Dingwu. Dingwu does love his insta-kill spells.
He sure does. Time he gets like Quake, especially at a low level, I know he's a happy Dingwu.
I know. They're his patented strats. We got
to Earth. We've got Link in Crescent Lake. We've got Chad in Melmond and Greg exiting Earth.
So they're all more or less in the same general region, although that is mostly because of the fact that there's very little they can do aside from this peninsula of the continent right here. Since we still don't have the canoe, we do have the chime, which not entirely useful.
Will be eventually.
I mean, they can go to Sky Palace if they want to. It is incentivized. That would canoe at Sky Palace. That would be just mean. Just need the cube for that.
In chat, is Sky incentivized? It is incentivized.
Yes. It is. Can't do anything with it until we have that canoe. Did Gregley get bounced out of Earth?
I don't think so. I saw him walking out. I don't think he got bounced out.
I thought he went down there, but I didn't see him actually make it all the way to the vampire. Ah, he got wizard punched out of Earth. Thank you, Reese. Yes. There we go. So yeah, bounced out. Those wizards are actually surprisingly tanky today. For guys that are supposed to be spellcasters, they are straight jacked.
Oh, heals are super cheap today.
Ooh. I'll take a heal for less than 10 gold, Alex. That's one of the Jeopardy categories, right?
Yeah, Greg in the shop, I think, may have been looking for a soft. Because that red mage is currently a lawn ornament, and he looked and he saw what was there, and it was like, oh man, and it reset right back out.
Bet you're wishing you had a couple of those thieves. Oh, he does have one of those thieves. Look at that.
It's helping him run.
It is.
They're running towards a soft.
Chadwick finding an ice shield over here at the topmost Earth 1 treasure chest. Not gonna see a lot of treasure chest pulling from most of our runners. Gonna try and just hit the green chests and so forth, but if you're gonna go out of your way for an item, I certainly don't hate getting an ice shield for the deal.
Hopefully no softs there either. Greg resets and heads in the other direction.
Might be making the long sail to Canaria.
While Dangwoo's finding a katana in Earth, and the only person with a thief is Greg, and I would be very surprised if we ever saw not only those thieves turn into ninjas, but ever wielding a katana in the first place.
I would frankly be surprised if we even saw Gregory check that chest, since while it's not that far out of the way, he has absolutely no incentive to check chests with the black belt. Yep, there's that soft potion. Gonna buy more than one? Ooh, tempting fate only buys one.
That is one brave Gregory Puff.
I really hope
may that decision work well in your favor.
I really, really hope he doesn't have to do that again. Oh, wow. So yeah, as Ganon's gone wild in chat comments, there's absolutely no reason to really check chests. Mazamoon and Ribbon are both in the pool. We already know where pro rings are at, and gold bracelets are going to be somewhere easy to get to in one of the shops, we're sure. So, long term, you've got all the equipment you need for a black belt and a red mage right there. And at a certain point, the black belt's not even going to want the ribbon, the armor, or the Mazamoon, because he's going to be better without any of that. They're much better when they go into battle naked. So, yeah.
Even with a fighter, like you said, pro rings you can buy, Maza ribbon, all that's incentivized. You're going to want some gear on your fighter, but if I'm checking boxes with no loose, it's mostly because of money. Once I have money for everything I need, if need be, I will slap a gold bracelet on that fighter and call it a day.
So opal bracelet or opal shield right there up by the vampire room. That's a chest that some people are going to check, like Dangu just did. It's fairly greed possible. It's not too bad to go out all the way for that one. Chests like that are the only ones that I'm really going to check. I don't think we're going to expect to see much beyond that, though. Whew! Tanky vampire.
What do we get today? A crown!
Well,
back out we go.
That doesn't help. That doesn't necessarily help us right this second, but it could.
Northwest Castle, here we come.
Yeah, and we're at the point where Northwest Castle basically has to have something that's going to lead to progression. The key, or the cube, or the canoe.
Or, unless I misread some things, I believe the Anorak dock is on.
You would be correct. Northern docks are on for this feed.
In that case, Vendor and Anorak, maybe?
Yes, let's see about that forced sale all the way over to Onrak just to find the item there, or in the incentivized Sea Palace. So, like, Vendor could have, or one of the items we're looking for could be the Oxy Ale that could force us to go into Sea Palace.
On Dangwoo screen, we have a lawn ornament Gregory Puff with a Dangwoo with no softs.
Oh no! Not again! This is why you buy soft potions.
One of the few things that's a lot of things that stuck with me when I learned how to play this from a Mr. Lord Fizzlebeef was always buy pures when you're in Canary if you have the money, and pick up a soft or two if you've also got money, and if not, get them as soon as you do.
Yeah, they're essential buying. Chadber getting his crown, and of course exiting out. Papa Cabin, and he's off and running, going to be able to turn his in without even having to go to Canaria for his soft potion, because he doesn't yet have a lawn ornament. So right now we're looking at a largely linear seed, at least until we find out whether or not the shop item is going to be at that on-rack location. Dangu selling that vendor trash katana, getting himself a bunch of money. Gonna be ready to do whatever he needs next, which looks like it's gonna be some pro rings.
Yeah.
Not much of anything worthwhile at the level 5 Black Magic. Lightning 2 was the best spell I saw there, which, when you have Lightning 3, that's a hard pass. Chad, we're sailing down. Chad, where are you going? You gonna go check the stages next?
And no, he is headed to Alfred. Looks like.
Well, extended open progression isn't on, so he can't dock up by the dwarves to go turn on that crown. He has to come down here in one fashion or another.
Yep. Taking a quick stop at the party member store.
The party store. Pick up a couple people and also buy some streamers. Streamers, some funny hats, a couple of those things where you blow on them and make a toot noise.
Then head to the dwarf cave and hooray!
Hooray! Like where your head is at on that. That's great.
Dang, we're about to find out what Astos has today. And
The
it's
canoe.
the canoe!
Ew.
Now everybody's gonna get a tiny boat to go with their big boat.
And now most of the world is open to them. Heck, just about all of the world except for Gaia and Lufane is open to them. Anyone hoping for a nice slog of a seed, you're going to be leaving disappointed. Looks like Link has his tiny boat as well. Gregley, meanwhile, seems to be finishing... No, he's not finishing up his little grind here. He's really trying to harvest some specific enemies, but the encounter table does not seem to be agreeable to him.
Looks
Well,
like
there still is a chance of floaterless seeds, so there is that possibility still.
Mazamoon and the ribbon could be the two items lurking in the mountains there that you have to fly to, so entirely possible that the floater is not necessary, although desired at that point.
or Link a lot following in Digmu's steps and checking his vendor sword for cash in Elfland.
Mazamoon 1981 in chat asking what boss does everyone hate in both the randomizer and the vanilla game, and they're mentioning Kraken. I don't think we even have to take a poll on that. I think everyone just hates Kraken. Kraken 1 and Kraken 2.
I fear that they both may hear me say that and then take it out on me the next time I have to run a race. So I won't be saying that. I'll just confirm that you're not wrong.
Ooh, looks like Linklight's making an ordeals play early.
So Greg picks up his two thieves, so they can act as meat shields to block themselves from the damage of these EXPs, and then the EXPs largely ignore them and go punch all the people in the back row, because that's how this game works.
Usually.
Thanks, Final Fantasy. Ooh, Linkalot's over at Ordeals, and Dangu is right behind him.
Slight route diversions with Chadford, though, heading toward... Still has to... Don't see the charm on his thing, so he hasn't been...
He's been checking more chests.
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet that this is not only a pop over to hit the stages while he's here, but probably Volcano Treasury and then Ice Cave.
Yeah,
The
that
least
would be my guess.
Like, if it was me, since a volcano isn't incentivized, I probably wouldn't do the full dive, because scary carry can be scary. But I wouldn't hate a treasury dive while you're in the area. Still way too early for a grind. We don't have nearly enough key items.
Although, honestly, unless depending on how I'm with this scaling, I wouldn't worry about it. I rarely take a stationary grind. Like, I'll do a walking grind, take fights as I go throughout where I am, and unless I'm really uncomfortable with the levels I have before Topher, or it's like super high scaling, I'm not grinding.
I getcha. Life, Fade, and Temper at the level 6 shops. I also want to note that were I able to do a Christopher Walken accent, I totally would have commented on your Walken grind. Sadly, I cannot. It was there, but I'm not an impersonator, so I'm sorry.
Chadbert getting his chime. Headed into save.
For anyone who has seen Pulp Fiction, do not ask where that chime was originally. And now we're going to see where Chadbert decides to go off to. Is it Volcano, is it Ice Cave, or is it back out of the river system?
Eventually, poor guy keeps getting all the encounters in the game.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about Caribs is they're not terrible experience, and they go down fairly easy to a lightning spell. Give him a little bit of experience. I mean, I wouldn't have minded a slightly larger pack of them if I had to fight them. And he resets. And he is sailing north, so we are going to see at least one of the two locations here in this area.
Dang, getting through ordeals first. Checking chest. Hasn't really found much of anything other than a bit of money. And Chadbert headed to ordeals.
So we had the question about where the canoe was. The canoe was lurking over there with the Dark Elf Astos.
Which originally the crown was the incentive in Earth.
Yes. Following the quest chain. Which, of course, always leads us back to always check your freebies. Chadbert is making the play up towards Ice Cave. We're going to see what the key item is in here eventually. He probably has a warp at this point because it was level 4. Meanwhile, Danglu getting the Adamant out of Ordeals, followed by Sir Linkalot getting the Adamant out of Ordeals. Danglu exited, but Linkalot is actually going to fight some of these zombie beasts.
Dang headed to turn. No, he's going to do the waterfall check before heading up to turn in that Adamant, which I don't blame him. It's probably the same thing I would. And with the canoe, he can also check the caravan for the vendor, along with Onrak for the vendor, so I think this is a good play.
Ganon's gone wild. Ganon's gone wild in chat notice, just as I did at the same time. That red mage from Gregley got back road there by the vampire, knocked down for like 174 health, which is going to force Gregley, sadly, to walk out of here with that item.
It is. That vampire is giving Gregley one heck of a time today.
Poor Greg. I mean, the benefit of the party he has is once he gets it online, that black belt is going to be doing some serious damage. Unfortunately, it's going to take him some time to get that black belt online.
So, no vendor in the caravan. Is it in on right?
The cube!
Wow. Ooh, that is a pricey cube.
Go hit Waterfall first before you buy that if you don't have the money.
He's about 6,000 shy of what he needs for that cube, so... He's stocking up on other vendor items, and he'll just have to make a swing back.
He'll be back. I mean, he's got a key item here he can check instead for Sea Palace. And since it's on the Mermaid Floor is great for getting all the money, though, or not. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, he doesn't have Oxiel yet.
Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna say, he doesn't have yet. But when he has the money for that cube, he'll have the cube and the chime, which opens up the Sky Incentive.
Yep. Which is where we really want to go anyway. Sky.
I know everybody says that, and I try to be Team Sky, but every time I bet on Sky, it is always the wrong play. But then when I don't, it's the right play. So I can't win for losing.
Yeah, I think last time I ran these flags, it was the ribbon, which no one complains about a ribbon, but that wasn't progression.
Maybe I just don't believe hard enough. Maybe that's it.
You gotta hold the power of the sky in your heart, Danny. In your heart.
I'll remember that next time I'm on this scene. Though if it doesn't work, we're gonna have words, Dark Moon.
We have words
like,
anyway most of the
you're
time.
like, I listened to you. It backfired.
So, like, there's a document proving that I said that. Any sort of, like, video or anything that will be saved for all of posterity.
Right,
Yeah.
Danglu and Link practically holding hands in Waterfall.
Out of bounds bat on Sir Linkalot's side. Yay, Sir Linkalot.
Out of bounds bat, best bat, can confirm.
But yeah, no, Dangwu and Sir Linkalot have been step for step for most of this seed. It's been pretty impressive, honestly. I think they've been practicing together.
Alright, Link got through first. Doing a little chest checking while Gregory gets his canoe. And it's the Ruby!
Chadbert
Not
dives
what
down.
either of them wanted to fight.
Chadbert dives down, actually goes and checks the tile, which maybe he doesn't remember that they're vanilla, or maybe he just really wanted to fight this. I mean, Fire 2, Lightning 3 should kill this back. It gives him a little bit of experience. I'm hoping he has the levels, though, to cast Warp, though, so he can bounce back up and just immediately get that treasure chest. And the Ruby!
Yeah, he's got levels.
Ruby does put Starda on the table now. Titan, however, is not incentivized, so while you can check his treasures, you're not going to get anything that's actually in the incentive pool from him.
Link taking the mummy tile there a bit, while Chad gets his crystal out of Ice Cave.
Depending upon how much money that that Sir Linkalot has, he may have realized that he needs to take a fight or two just to be able to get the money for that cube. Yep.
Danglu now saying that he is just about, I think it was about 5,000 short for that cube. But it looks like he's saying, nah, we'll come back for it.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that helped Sir Linkalot there is because he checked how much the vendor item was. He knows about how much he's going to need to be able to finish this out. And sitting on 85 grand, I don't think that's going to be a problem for Sir Linkalot anymore.
Nah, he's got cube money to spare.
Just going to slap that wad of bills and be like, make it rain right there.
Get himself a cube, maybe some heals, a house or two.
But
He's
buy a nice...
do all the spending.
Yeah! Get a nice steak dinner while he's there. Some spinners for his canoe.
It's on rack. I think it might be more inclined to sushi. Unless they do like surf and turf.
Ooh.
I don't know. I've never dined in on rack, but I figure.
I hear it's lovely this time of year. They have such a lovely seasonal menu.
Danglu getting ready to turn in his adamant. See what the blacksmith has today. Hooray!
I love doing comms with you, Danny.
The herb!
Hey, the herb!
I hope everybody likes Fetch Quest today, because boy, they're getting a bunch of them.
Danglu, however, not checking the Hooray Dwarf to see whether or not he says hooray. I am horribly disappointed.
I wasn't saying hooray for the fun of it. I mean, it is fun to go hooray. But...
You check him every time you go past.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, all that extra hooray is supposed... I mean, it helps, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely changing the RNG of the seed to make it more in your favor.
And then you have the dark side of the player base over here represented with going past the Hooray Dwarf and making certain he calls you Kefka as he disappears.
Yeah, that is one of those fun %C flags you can turn on if we have NPC guillotine, whether or not the dwarf dies.
And the herb turns into the tail.
Wah, wah, wah,
Nice to have,
wah.
but not the progression he was hoping for. Sorry,
I mean-
dang Woo.
Yeah, they're gonna want that tail long term because they're playing fighters, but that all it really does right now is give you 5% experience until you actually have an airship to be able to turn it in,
Yep.
which they don't.
Chad left ice with his crystal and is doing volcano. Greg is headed to ice where he will get his crystal. And with his newly purchased cube, Sir Lancelot has finally said, you know what, dang, we've gone the same path long enough. And is now in Barrage, where he will eventually make his way up to Sky and get his shiny incentive from the box on the second floor.
Get off my back, dang, I'm going somewhere else.
Right? It's like, we both can't win this. It's time to pass.
Although, honestly, if their two scores are close enough time-wise, they could both technically win it.
Well, this play might work out for Lancelot. We found a Zeus Gauntlet in Mirage 1.
Now, if I was Sir Lancelot, I probably wouldn't check the second floor just because it's so far out of the way to get there. 10 chests, yes, but, Dang, going to turn this ruby in. We'll probably see soon what Sarda has. Meanwhile, Gregory has taken these eyes. We're gonna see how many of these he decides he wants to kill.
Something tells me possibly a lot, but dang Woo, finding that other katana. See, both the Gregs. Thieves could have had a katana, but no.
Could be katanas for days. So Krillin in chat asking where the cube was. That was the vendor item at OnRack for 56 grand. And the floater is
Whoa.
here. Well, Dango gets to go in the air.
Yep, while Link in the Grand Less room finding a Vorpal, which will be nice now that he has a tail once he promotes. In case he gets, all his items, his incentives that he needs for Go mode and decides, I'm not hunting down that massive. He'll at least have a sword he can use.
Swords for days.
Yep.
So right now, this puts Dangwu at a bit of an advantage. The only one to go get that floater right now, as everyone else wanders off in different directions. This is, at least for our 4 on-screen runners, this is going to let Dangwu build up a decent head of speed going into the back half of the game.
Gregory Puff on his grind is up to 15 at the moment. I see at least 22 in his future would be my guess, but then again, I tend to do things a little bit more cautiously. He might be good to go a few levels before that.
I gotta feel like the tilt is on him a little. He doesn't have that many key items just yet, so his experience input is really low right now. So, doing this with a 2-man party, this is probably just starting levels. I would not be surprised if we see him go and hit the Agamas later when he has more key items under his belt. This is a curious play on his part.
True, but he is there and he's got exit on that red mage, so he may just be like, nope, this is my grind, this is what we're doing, and just stick this out till he gets to the level he wants for the rest of the game.
Time will tell on that fact.
And at the 41-minute mark, we have a Dangwu in the air.
Everyone say, woo! Or not, okay.
Well, I did it.
I didn't hear you.
Oh.
Maybe your microphone cut out. It's like, this is too loud. No!
mean, I can't be a little high pitched. I honestly, I feel bad for anybody listening to this. So it was probably just preemptive on my mic. It's like, no, she's gonna yell woo. Nobody needs to hear this. And just cut it out.
Apparently, chat joined us as well, so that's great. Okay, Dangler's class changing gets to use that opal toboggan that he picked up earlier, which I'm sure will make him quite happy.
Got a nice protected noggin.
There you go. And that allows him now to go start doing anything else that he sees fit.
See, we've got in-chat woos too. It's great.
It is.
Life woos, in-chat woos.
We're cheering on Woo right here.
See, when he watches this back, he'll be so happy that everybody wooed for Woo.
Woo for Woo. Is that his charity drive, Woo for Woo?
Possibly. If not, if he ever wants to have one, I'll have to remember this and tell him about it.
There you go.
Meanwhile, over on Jabber's side, we have a Carry 1 sighting. I've already seen Blizzard come out of Carry, so it's hard to say if there's going to be anything else coming out that might be a little bit more dangerous.
The benefit for Chad is that he does have Cure 4. Carrie is not hitting very hard when she hits physically, and while the fighter isn't cranking out a ton of damage, I did see a... Well, never mind on that. Maybe she is kicking hard. I take that back. Sorry, Carrie. Yeah, now the Fox 2 come out. Smart move. Yeah, that's a good call.
See, this is why I didn't say bad things about Kraken 2. I hate that. I'm not saying
no.
he can't hear you, but I'm saying it's possible.
No! Chad! Yay, Chad!
He got there. Good job.
And everyone take a deep breath now.
Yeah, he
Yes,
needs
please heal.
Heal.
Before you take a step.
Yes.
There you go.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
I mean, that's one of those ones where it's not like, oh, see, and this is why you heal.
Uh-huh. Even healed for a hot second there. I was like, oh no.
No. Yeah, of course, if he hadn't done all those heal pots, then the fire elementals would have gotten the turn advantage and would have slapped him down and sent him back to the beginning. So, good thing he did what he did.
A little bit of a trek back to his boat.
And yeah, at the 44-minute and change mark, Chadbert is the first of our on-screen runners to have a crystal lit.
It's like Greg, who also has his crystal, is headed to turn his in.
Yeah, crystal... He was in Ice Cave. He should have that crystal.
He does.
Yeah.
It's in its inventory.
Yeah, that's 4 people on screen and 1 person clicking buttons. I'm bound to miss something after now.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Danglu getting his crystal.
Oxyale
And
from the
it's
crystal.
Yep, it's the Oxyale.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you there.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Aww.
Air hugs.
Yeah, as Reese comments, though, the more he gets random items like that, though, the longer it's going to take for him to get up in the air.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because the advantages you get for a black belt of not having to check chests and having your boss fights go a lot faster because they are literal one-punch men, gets beaten down when you have to do a lot of digging like this and back and forth across the world.
Danglu taking his newly acquired Oxyale and headed right back to Onrak.
Hopefully while he's here, he remembers to pick up that cube.
Yes. We'll also be checking the incentive here, so we'll get 2 different items in this location. And I'm guessing he's got fairly decent levels.
Mm-hmm.
The scaling's not high, and he's got level 1 Brack. I'm sure he's at least attempting a Kraken here. I know I would.
He loves his instant death spells. He's going to come in here and take out Kraken. I would do this play, honestly. And besides the Brack, he also has Fast and Lightning 3. I feel like his party's good enough to take on Kraken one way or another.
Yeah.
Sea Snacks with Poison, though, could chase me out of here.
Oh. Well. That wasn't a very nice welcome to Honorak.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Link finding more gear for that fighter that he will be able to use once he's night. Finding dragon armor on the second floor of Sky.
Seeing the comment from chat that Sky was required, I'm guessing that was the key.
You would be correct.
Thank you! And yeah, as you can see, Gregley is just ignoring all the chests here as he makes his way down. And going for some Agamas now. Delicious, delicious Agamas. So if you have Agama facts, now is the time to share them.
The only one that comes to mind is Greg is about to punch of them.
Agama facts. Agamas get punched by Greg.
A lot.
A lot. Haven't really seen a whole lot here on the mermaid side that was worthwhile. Depending upon, like, he'd have to leave here to go sell some of the stuff that he got because there's no weapon or armor shops in town. Yeah, he needs more money. And apparently a ribbon. Not gonna complain about that, but still can't buy that cube.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Chat Agama facts. Agamas are distant cousins of hippopotamus. Well, I don't see the resemblance, Groggy. I will take your word for it.
Evolutionary chain, I'm sure it's there somehow.
Dang Wu out and headed the save and headed right back in.
Danglu's stream is going slow. I don't know if that's a connection issue or if he accidentally pushed a key and turned his speed down to 75%.
It looks kind of okay on mine, but I don't know. Does seem a little low.
A little slow.
And a little to the right of his slightly slow stream, we have Chadberg getting his adamant from ordeals. Unfortunately, Chadberg did not turn in that crystal before heading in that direction, because if he had, he'd have his Oxiel, and he could just one quick stop over there, done ordeals, done waterfall, same time.
Unfortunately, trying to switch off of Danglu's audio, it does not seem to actually be working right now, though. So, yeah, we're gonna be stuck with his audio for a little while here. Oh wait, maybe it clicked. Maybe it clicked.
If it is having trouble, I know Link had good audio we can use.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what it looks like, we're using links now, so we should.
Yeah, we
be
are.
good.
Yeah, we're good now. Perfect. It took a little while for the system to kick over. But woo, we're off that stuttering audio now.
Not gonna lie, I had the audio on the thing turned down and didn't even notice.
Well, you and I can be in the same club without. Sorry, didn't mean to talk over you.
Right, that's okay. Chadberg getting his herb. Time to take a trip to the prince.
Canoe in hand, he can just walk this straight down if he wants to, or sail it.
If I say, I'd probably just walk. Well, no, actually, that actually does make sense. Why would you leave your boat there?
Yeah, no one needs a boat.
I mean, you kind of do.
You gotta get your steps in.
Well, that's true, and also that isn't the ritual parking spot for the boat at the end game, which is usually the Ryokan Desert in my experience. So,
Yeah, if the floater was here, then leaving the boat behind would be perfect sense. But unfortunately, floater is not here. Gregley is just doing his Agama punch kill fest and starting to get real nice damage in there. Got his punch mage up to level 29 so far. 32, I think, is the minimum we're going to see from him.
Yeah, he'll at least go 32.
Especially since it was taking him forever to like get going. I think 32 is the minimum we're going to see here because he's gonna like not like stopping short so that he can like earn his last couple levels by the time he gets to the second round of Fiends. I think he's going to go to 32 now just so he can pick up that extra time in the back half.
Well, that and he's also going to want to make sure that, you know, going through carry, he is at a level that he can, you know, solo carry with his black belt and not lose, you know, not only the fight's carry, but lose his grind.
Yeah. I think that was 32 right there, and he's still going.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yep.
I'd want to make sure, like, if I've just got the one
31.
character up, yeah, like, I'm going to make sure I'm getting through carry with that black belt.
Greg, you need to heal. Greg.
I know, he's making me nervous. I don't like it. Greg,
heal.
Heal pots are your friend.
Meanwhile, Danglu gets through Kraken like it was nothing. I'm assuming that was instant death, so go Danglu. As we said before, and we'll say again, woo!
Go, we got ourselves a cube.
He got the money, he's good to go now. And
Uh-huh.
or Sky Palace, I'm going to assume, because, I mean, sky's the limit for him, but
I see what you did there.
I didn't mean to, but it happened and I went with it. So with one crystal lit as well, and the fact that he's in the airship, the advantage is back on Dangwu's side again.
and apparently during the Agama grind and the Kraken fight, I apparently missed this as well, but it looked like Link took a wipe. He just picked up his key for the second time.
Yeah, I missed what killed him. We were busy looking at other screens. It's really hard sometimes to keep up with 4 players. Dangwu over here in Lufane gonna do this turn in and see what he gets. And it is the Rod! Earth Cave is now open to us, and I believe once he hits Sky Palace... Oh, he still has to turn in his crystal. But we know he's on the verge of go mode.
Are we referring to Mr. Dangwu? Because if that's the case, he did turn in his crystal and got the Uxiel. He was just there.
You are correct, he did. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, at that point, that does put him with the Rod and the Chime and Cube. He is in go. Whatever else he decides to, or he will be once he gets the Sky 3 incentive right here.
Save Dangwu. But yeah, once he gets the key here, he will be in go mode. Just have to, you know, take beans and any type of levels, anything that he feels necessary after that. But as soon as he gets that key here, he'll be in go mode and can finish the rest of the game.
Little Connor in chat asking what game this is. We are playing Final Fantasy Randomizer as part of the SpeedGaming Live 2020 qualifiers. This is Game 7 of Final Fantasy Randomizer for those qualifiers. There will be 3 more coming up across the next 3 weeks, all leading up to the SpeedGaming Live event starting on November 7th and running all the way through November 15th.
Cadbert getting his ruby from the robot, which once he takes and, you know, makes a little trip through Titans, he will be able to start and get his floater.
Get himself in the air. Meanwhile, Gregley is level something.
He is done punching Agamas. He is feeling feisty and gonna go try and punch a carry.
He's strong. He's at least 34 from what I saw from the number beside him. But he menus fast and it's hard to keep up.
I believe he is at 39.
There you go. Excellent. How many punches does it take to get to the center of this carry? 1,
2.
2. Ah, just 2. Okay.
It would have been perfect if it was 3, though.
I know! I was setting us up for that, and he just did not follow through.
He just hit too hard.
He did. Take it back about 20% there, Gregley.
Right? We had a good joke going there.
We did!
That black belt ruined it. I'm about to get out the little boat and head into the big boat. It's been so long since he was in that big boat, I completely forgot where he even parked it. And where are we headed, Gregley? To the...
Get the red mage back.
Say, yep, to the party member store. Oh, and bringing back the thieves.
Apparently he still wants his meat armor.
It would seem so. With Sir Link-a-Lot taking on Tia, and it is Brax all day over on his screen.
Getting that white shirt out, which I missed he got, but I'm sure our fabulous tracker knows exactly where that white shirt was.
I'm afraid you give me too much credit. I missed it as well.
Let's just say it was in the Sky Palace.
I saw someone pick it up. I just don't remember where. Tiamat Lit 2, nothing too scary coming out of Tiamat 2.
But still resisting all these bracks.
Yeah, Bracks are letting us down. So more white shirt, more Brack coming up from everybody.
This has got to be like 7,
It's at least
8,
7.
9.
Holy moly. Alright, so Tiamat follows up that Lit 2 with Fire 2, white shirt, white with 2 more Bracks.
10. 11. Oh, wow. Okay, he's got, as far as I know, he is 5 off from actually hitting, like, the record that I think anyone has ever... Oh, there you go, okay.
There we go. Good thing, too, because apparently that fighter was tired of slinging that white shirt around, was taking a nap. But we got there. It's okay.
Yeah,
And
I think the record I've heard for most failed bracks is 16.
I've had around that before. It's disheartening.
Yeah.
Well, he was lighting his air orb. Mr. Jangwoo is getting his key and is now in go mode.
Go to the go, go, go. Did he already take out Tia?
He has not. He is still in the sky.
I'm sorry, I must have just... I missed... I saw background for a second. I think I mistook which screen I was looking at.
Oh,
Brains, man, I tell you.
right. We've got Link. Heading. Maybe Canary Lock? Yeah, I think that's where we're headed.
There we go. At this point, this is going to be...
It has to be, I think,
quest to a Malzahn?
TNT to bottle the Mazda. Yeah, I think whatever it is, it ends up leading to Mazda, yeah.
Yeah. He does know the world map well enough, knowing he can get to Canaria from the top side of, like, that area there.
I believe this turns into the bottle, which turns into the Mazda. Yeah.
Pretty much has to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As those are the only items Dangwoo is missing.
Yeah, because the robot was a ruby, Matoya, when she got the crystal, was the Oxiel, so... And those are the only things that we haven't seen yet, or those turn in, so... Chad, we're about to be the second person to get his floater.
Gets his little water wings, he can now go play in the sky.
Go sail the high... No longer sail the high seas and fly in the sky. I don't know where I'm going with this.
This is your captain speaking. I would like to remind you that your seat cushion is the sole property of the airship and may not be removed from the boat at any time. Thank you for flying Airship Air. I'm sorry, that was
That
terrible.
upstairs I can probably use as like a flotation device in an emergency situation. And in that case, I don't care who they belong to.
Taking this floater into the water and you can't stop me. Chadbert picking up at least a couple of these gold bracelets here. Meanwhile, Dangwu is on the top floor, or the next top floor of Sky Palace, going left and then down, playing the cheeky directions that most people don't do. I like it.
It's wrong. But it's Dangwu, so it's fine.
Hooray! Turning in the adamant gets the herb. Also has the TNT, can do that turn in as well.
And unfortunately, he's about to get a couple of things, and neither of which are going to do him any good.
The bottle!
Because that herb's going to turn into the tail, and well, he can't do much with that bottle until he gets in the air.
Can't check around here, though, see if there's anything else curious in here.
Link, you need to go turn in the ruby. Or use the ruby to get through and go to Sarda. Greg headed to get his incentive out of seed. Chadbert headed to get in the air. And Dangwu taking on his Tia fight, and it's almost oops all Brax over there. We got a white mage.
Spider's powering up just in case. Brack, fail. Nothing happened. Brack again. Power gauntlet. Another wreck.
4.
Tia is resistant today. It's 5. Hey, 5!
Oh, there we go.
Just about the right amount right there. It's a 25-ish% chance, so...
7 less than Link.
Yeah. Ding was picking up speed.
Dangwu lights his second orb. We've got Chadbert doing class change after getting the floater. Greg is headed to Puncher Kraken. And Link just got the unfortunate news that that herb is the tail.
Which, I mean, again, playing a fighter, you're going to want to class change it, but it doesn't help you until you go do that ruby turn.
Yeah, especially this far into the seed. Like, as soon as you have the canoe, every turn-in you do, you are hoping is the floater.
Uh-huh.
And the longer it takes to get that floater, the more you're just like, come on, game.
Just give it to me already. Ooh, Chadbert got some blue steak. Delicious. Oh, God! Blue steak fought back. It was a serious case of indigestion right there.
Link beating the Titan. Coming in from the east, heading out the west.
Goodbye, fighter on Chadbert's side. Don't get your steak today.
At this point, I think I may have... I was going to say, I think I may have switched to running.
Yeah. They're saying that was a really tough blue steak. That was almost entirely gristle right there. Dang is in go, but he's for some reason gonna go turn in his TNT anyway. Maybe he wants the Malta.
Yeah. That's what I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think we saw a Vorpal. I would take the Vorpal instead of having to do a long walk through Gaia, but...
There was a Vorpal. I believe it was in greater than less than. I don't quite remember if they checked there, so he may or may not have that. Or might just want the backup sword to put on another person, so... But it was a quick turn-in. He was in the area, so I don't necessarily fault him for it. Greg headed to Waterfall, which will get him his ruby, and after using his ruby, Sir Link-A-Lot decided to start it, and now has his floater.
We'll get Link in the air with one crystal lit. I mean, credit to Grigglypuff. He's been sea-bound this whole time and had spent a lot of time getting up and running, including getting that black belt going. But he's tied for crystals right now with Dangwu.
Yeah, he's definitely, like you said, he had a little bit of a rough go. Ooh, Ruse at 8. That's unfortunate. Sorry, white mages.
And if you were paying attention,
red mage or fighter who wanted it.
Yeah, if you're paying attention to the corner, we did see a second out-of-bounds bat from Grigglypuff. Yay, out-of-bounds bat.
Yep, Chadberg got his rod. Greg has gotten his ruby. Dangwoo is getting bad block. There we go.
Even talks to it to hope the NPC guillotine is on. It's not.
Right.
Sorry.
It hurts my soul a little to play without that flag now. I'm just saying.
Oh god, yeah, no. I always end up talking to the bats anyway. Just be like, get out of my way!
I know. It's like if when you think it's on and it's not, and you go to talk to him and it's still there. It's just like, why? Who did this?
God, why?
Who did this to us? Who created these flags and why do they hate us?
Who hurt you?
Right?
Got the question in chat if Greg checked the shop in Omrak. I didn't see it, but Shadowed Flames may have noticed if we didn't.
I think he did, but I missed it, so I'm going to wait until he goes into his menu and trust but verify.
Classic Gamer in chat also noting Chad Burt saw another one of those bristly blue stakes and immediately reset, and yeah, can't blame him on that.
Oh, absolutely not. Those blue stakes were not, they were very unfriendly to him. Greg turning in his adamant, getting his herb. It's gonna give him a tail that he is. I would be very surprised if he used while Dang lights his third orb. Goodbye, Lich. It was nice to know you.
It's a serious advantage at that point for him. He is rocking it out right now, and Sir Linkalot at the 1 hour 9 mark, also in the air.
Go do that bottle turn in after doing a little bit of checking magic shops.
And as chat noticing, Lich died so fast, none of us even noticed it.
I kind of noticed it, but it's also Lich, so is it really worth noticing?
No. He's practically a general, like an enemy, like Astos or something.
Yep, and there's Dang with his monster move. Just needs to light his fire orb, and he will be rolling right through. Yep. We headed into Topper. Greg about to go say, sup, Sarda?
Greg about to say, "Ah, hell," or probably something much worse than that.
Alright, now we've got a floater for Greg. Oh, hop. Like, just take a little stroll around some mountainous areas.
Chat was confirming that Dang did not have the Vorpal, so yeah, Mosmoon is his best bet at this point.
Yeah,
which Linkalot is also getting.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I didn't see him get it. I saw it. I believe it was on Link's first trip through. And then when he wiped it, I didn't see him go back and get it, and I didn't see Dang with it, so I figured that's why he was doing that check. But
We gotta check this.
Yeah, and he's headed through Volcano. And he's like, I got everything I need. I'm making no stops. I don't need anything in here. We just gotta go.
Yeah, he's taking the Greggly path through here. He is probably going to have a 2 crystal advantage coming up to Temple of Fiends over anyone else on screen. Now, Greggly is going to be able to cruise through this quickly, but to his credit, Dangwoo has been cruising through this really quickly too. So, not much of an advantage right there when the 2 crystals you need to take care of are like Earth and Fire.
Dangwoo also decided to make me look like a big liar. And as soon as I was like, he needs nothing, he's not checking anything here, stops and checks the next 3 chests on the way. As Link gets his rod from Lefebvre, putting him in, I believe, go mode. Oh no, he still needs to get his crystal to Axio. But he's real close.
I saw this on Chadbird's screen. There was a ribbon there in Sky 1 in that eastern room. So he should have 2 of them now.
That's one of the greedier checks to check, because that room there on Sky 1 has the most chests of that floor. At the same time, I really don't like checking floors 1 or 2 of the actual Sky itself, just because it feels so slow to go through all those one-off rooms.
Dang has lit his 4th orb and is headed to Temple of Fiends as Chadbert gets his key out of Sky. Dangwoo is just booking it north, parking, dropping a house, saying, I'm not worried about the fact that I got 14 less heals than I can actually take into here, and he is going.
So at the 1 hour, 12 minute, 29 second mark, Dangwoo is the first of our on-screen runners to enter the Temple of Fiends. That is a pretty solid pace. Assuming he doesn't hit anything too nasty along the way, that could be a sub 125 time.
Oh, easily. Like you said, if he doesn't see like anything bad, like terribly, and it can one-shot this, yeah, he could easily sub 125.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't, I swear I didn't say that in cursive. Nobody heard me say anything.
Nothing.
Nope.
Nothing at all.
Not a word.
Phantom, for once, actually putting up something of a fight, well, there you go. Just by grace of the fact that it is unrunnable. Phantom is one of those enemies that generally we don't stress too much about anymore, just because normally he's no longer unrunnable with our changes to the randomizer and randomizing when things are unrunnable. But this particular instance, Phantom does not want to die, and Phantom wants to put up quite a fight. Phantom was a boss for once.
Validation checks that just don't pay out.
White Shirt was in the 6 room on Sky 3 off to the right, so that was a good check. I like those greed checks, honestly.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'd have never found it.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go for it. It's fine.
I was just going to say, I'm with Danny on this one. I prefer to check Sky 1 and Sky 2, and the only ones I ever check on Sky 3 are the ones in the west, right above that stairwell. The other 2 rooms are way too far out of the way for my liking.
There are 14 chests on Sky 3. That is nice chest density for a single floor, especially if you have warp. I love making those checks.
Getting his crystal that'll give him his Oxiel, which will put him in go mode. Greg getting his key. As for those checks, with flags like these where there's no lose, if I've got even remotely decent gear in these flags, and like I can get a Mazda from a Turnit and whatever, I wasn't, and I've already had money and I've bought my spell stuff, I'm not checking a box in Mirage or Sky.
With these particular ones,
yeah, I'm headed straight to Theo.
Yeah, no, and he already had the opal shield, and there were gold bracelets, and probably there was some armor that you would have picked up along the way. Yeah, it's one of those ones where I don't really see doing a big dive.
Speaking of Tia, Chadbert's on Tia. With Greg carrying 2 lawn ornaments around. That was actually quite convenient for those thieves, so get on you, Gregly. Oh no, I missed starting the brack count on Chadbert's.
Oh!
I've seen at least 1 or 2. 3.
Question.
At least 3.
We got a question in chat about whether or not we've seen the defense sword. We have not. White's the best we've got.
Oh no, we're down a black mage on Chadbert's screen as Link gets his Oxy on his Inco mode. We're doing more white shirts, more brack. A brack, a swing, and a heal. Carrie returning that swing with a fire 2. Another brack misses, heal 2, trying to repair some of that damage that T is doing to that party. 1 more brack, 1 more swing, and a cure 4. And another brack that is ineffective. Apparently brack is just doesn't want to work today. And apparently that rabbit is a little tired from slinging all those bracks and is taking a nap. The lock 2 to make hitting T a little easier, a white shirt to make it harder for T to hit you. And then Tia says, well, I'll fire to you because that white shirt doesn't help with that. Let's do a swing and a white mage doesn't know what to do with itself. And a heal 2. And while that happens, Gregory just punches his way through Tia. Lit 3. And a fog 2. And a swing for 62 damage. We're getting there. We're not getting there quickly, but we're getting there. Switch to the Thor hammer and a lit 3. And another swing.
Meanwhile, Link is up here going to check the incentive chest and mermaids, and it doesn't look like he's going to check anything else. This will get him his ribbon, which may be the only one that he has right now. But he already has his Oxale, so he can light that up, and then he will probably finish this out and go fight Kraken while he's in the neighborhood.
Yes, he has his ribbons, and he has 2 ribbons. Greg is headed to Lefane to get his rod. We have Danglu taking on Carry 2, and Chad still battling out with Tia. Quad X misses, so we still got more than 300 HP on that Tia. So we're looking for what we got left. Got a fire 2, I think it was, a swing, and more white shirts. And Dang taking out Carry 2 as poor Chadbert is still taking on a very stubborn Tier 1.
I have to admit that I am impressed by Dingwoo's play here. He's low 20s, which, admittedly, at 50% low scaling, doesn't seem so bad, but 200% upscaling with a bad Kraken, level 20-ish area is not a very playable level. However, he has taken this hugely powerful experience pack right here, the double EXP pinatas, that might just net him another level or 2.
And that Greg heads into Earth, about to light his 4th orb. He may have been behind, but he is, like, picking up speed and, like, time and...
The freight train.
Oh, yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
That black belt choo-choo was coming through with a quickness.
Kraken is about to get run smack flat by that train. I mean, that is the benefit of the black belt grind. Once you get going, you don't really fear anything. And at the same token, a level 22 fighter seems a little sketch against up to 200% scaling. A level, 42 black belt doesn't care about anything, even up to like 300%.
As you say, the black belt at that level may not fear anything, but it sure they can get through everything, but apparently bats in a hallway.
Well, you can't punch them. If you could punch the bats, that'd be fine, yeah. So for those just tuning in, as we're taking on Kraken 2, this is a SpeedGaming Live 2020 qualifier for the Final Fantasy Randomizer tournament that's going on in there. My brain locked up for a second there. This is qualifier 7 of the event. We'll have 3 more of these afterwards, and then we will have the actual event going on the week of November 7th through to the 15th. We invite you to come out and check it out online, of course, because it's an online event now. Tournament's not just for ourselves, but for A Link to the Past, to Randomizer, Ocarina of Time to Randomizer, Aria of Sorrow to Randomizer, Super Metroid. I think there's like 3 different things for Super Metroid in there, not just randomized with the actual game itself, and a whole host of other stuff, plus a marathon going along on the side for 4 days. It's going to be a fantastic event. We invite you to come out and check it out, and just enjoy everything that's going on, including Final Fantasy Randomizer.
And while you were telling all the fine folks about all that, Chad Bird finally got through Tia. Hallelujah. Hooray! Also, we had Link get through Kraken 1, Dangwoo got through Kraken 2, Chad Bird's turn headed to Canary, got his TNT, which we know leads to the Mazda, and Greg is about to make Lich very sorry.
And just one more time. Hooray! I saw it.
Hello, Lich. Goodbye, Lich. No hooray from Chad. It's okay.
Hmm.
You know what? After that Tia
Yes.
fight, I'm not sure I'd be in the mood for hooray either.
That's fair.
He does get his bottle, which will, once he turns in the fairy, he'll get his Mazda. Greg headed into Temple of Fiends, which after what we've seen with Dangwood so far, making his way free there, I think Greg is going to have a fairly easy time up with that black.
Yeah. Daewoo is actually getting a little, hung up on the various packs he's had to take. Some of them he took of his own volition, but other ones have been unrunnables, and just hasn't been able to get through it. Not quite as quick, probably, as he wanted.
I believe I saw him, taking on a couple iron goals, which, excuse me, sir, we do that on Saturday here. Oh, Tia, the poor white mage.
Punchy.
I got slapped around just a little bit.
We'll let this fight go, and then I'll do my little speech about the Iron Gull and everything else we have with. Ooh, Zap! Thankfully, doesn't take out the white mage, doesn't take out the fighter. That's your most concern, that maybe it criticals through their ribbons that they're wearing. So, white mage is good, and actually, considering the fact that it didn't actually affect the white mage, good round for them, because they got their Cure 4 off without fear.
Glad that white mage is still standing for Dangwood's sake, but Zap taking out App would have been just a little funny.
The Zap app.
So Dangwood getting through that Tia 2 and headed towards Chaos.
Yep. Be on his way with his one ribbon. So thankfully that fighter was able to shrug off that Zap. So if you are interested in Final Fantasy Randomizer and want to see more of this beyond what's here for Speed Gaming, we also do invite you to check out our community, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. We'll take you to the randomizer itself, as well as the links for the Discord and the Dev Discord. We have our Fall League going on right now, as well as Speed Gaming. If you're a new player for Final Fantasy Randomizer, we'll be starting up our new player training program again after Fall League ends, right at the start of Speed Gaming Live. That's what we call our Duckling program. We'll have 8 weeks of training, followed up by our Duck Derby, our new player tournament. So please come on and join up for that, and have fun playing the game and learning all about it as we train you in everything you need to know to play Final Fantasy Randomizer. So far, Chaos not proving to be too difficult. Took out the Black Mage, but the Black Mage is expendable right now. Getting the buffs, getting the Cure 4 out to keep the Red Mage up. Slow 2 hits, but it's on the Red Mage as far as I can tell, so that's not even a big deal. 465 damage from that fighter. Cheeky Brack comes out just in case, ineffective. Another swing from the Mazda, 4 hits, 299. Ice 2 following up from Chaos, chip damage, don't care about that. Got another Cure 4 coming out just to keep the fighter up on his feet. Another swing, 4 hits, 270. Chaos is slowly starting the weaken, takes out that Red Mage though. Cheeky Brack, ineffective, going for another round. Trying for a rub now, still not going to be able to do anything with that. 4 hits for 425. Chaos has got to be on the ropes at this point. 7 hits, 435. Very chonky Chaos as he does a Lightning 2 that's ineffective. Following up by a Ice 2 that's still just chip damage against the people that matter. 5 hits, 562. That takes out Chaos. And with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, 57 seconds, Dangwoo is officially the first, not only of our on-screen runners, but of our runners in the room to beat the game. GG's to Dangwoo.
GG's indeed. He played that incredibly well. And as he finishes the season drill, we have Link claiming his third orb, taking out Carry 1, as Greg is about to take on Carry 2.
Now, we have had one forfeit from the race at this point, though there still are 4 more runners going, 3 of them on screen and 1 more behind the scenes. And it sounds as though we are joined in the booth by Dangwoo. Dang, GG's good sir.
Jeez. Okay. What happened to the other runners?
You got the floater at least 25 minutes before anyone else.
Link, you and Link were hand in hand through a lot of that, including around the time you both got the ruby, but You went and turned in yours and got the floater, and he went and did Sky. Had a bit of a time in Sky, had to do like it twice, and got a little behind doing other turn-ins and getting his floater. But yeah, once you got it and you were in the air quite a bit ahead of everybody.
That seed was unrunnables that were nightmares. That was Lit 3 and Cake doing work all day long, so it was great. I love the seed already.
I did say that anytime that like Cake at an early, especially an early level, like early on, like I know you're a happy dang loose somewhere.
Oh, I was. I was. It was great. But this seed was... I don't even know what to say about this seed. Like, I mean, because of the way the experience, and I felt so far behind, I like missed a lot of fights. I couldn't take a lot of fights. And then I think I gained 4 levels in Temple of Fiends Revisited. So that's, a time sink of sorts. And I took that Iron Goal, and I'm just like, oh boy.
Meanwhile, Gregory just punched Tiamat once and they fell over.
What was a BB, huh? BB double thief. What the heck party is this?
0 loose, so he doesn't have to check anything except what he wants to. So of course he played Black Belt straps because it's Gregory.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then he just danned off the thief because he only used it for the run chance?
Yeah, those thieves have been dead, they've been stoned, they've been a multitude of things.
Oh, that makes sense.
Meat, armor, and the occasional run chance. That's been about it.
The Brack?
Slow 2 landing on that thief. Cannot complain about that. That thief was useless anyway. Cheeky Brack comes out, ineffective. Ice 2 chip damage. Don't really care too much about that. Big punch. Over 1,300 damage, and Chaos is already dead. With an official SRL time of 1 hour, 29 minutes, 25 seconds, Greg Lee is the second runner on screen and in the room to finish the Temple of Fiends. GG's to Greg Lee.
GG's.
Yeah, GG, Greg. Wow, okay. I'd like to believe that I taught him those double thief ideas, but you know what? Greg is too much of a... I think he's actually part of the Big Brain Club. I like that. I like that, Greg. I like that. Well played by him.
He had a bit of a rough go early in the seed, but he made up a lots of time. He was in the air, I believe, last? Not last, next last. But he made up a lot of time.
I could definitely believe it. The BB, I think, would have been a lot better option, especially with my awesome magic choices I had to go through. Yeah, when you gain 9 chests, yeah. Yeah, that's a whole lot of time he's making up.
Yeah.
Because, I was hoping I would find, Excalibur or a Vorpal, and I would have stopped checking chests. I wouldn't even have done the Masa, the whole thing with Masa. I just would have ran with that.
Yeah, we weren't sure if you found the Vorpal. It was in the greater than less than room?
Of course.
Yeah. And I didn't see you check it. And when I saw you doing, the turn-in, which we, by that point, had figured out was the Masa, I was like, yeah, he definitely did pick that up. Because I figured if you had that, you'd have been like, nope, this is what we're running with.
So Wiglot is in the Temple of Fiends, gonna have to take on this Phantom before he gets to enter it proper. And then we are now joined in chat by Greg Leafup. GG's, good sir. Bit of a tough run there at the start, but you pulled it together.
Yeah, that's my nightmare with that party. I wish I had just ran Black Belt Rainbow and then decided what I needed throughout the game instead of banking that Red Mage would have magic that was useful in the early game. I mean, it's fine. You can Quake everything and Quad X random stuff and do a Crescent Lake grind that I haven't done since 2018. It was fine. It was alright.
Nostalgic, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, good enough for
well, yeah, it ended up working out okay. I somehow, once I could get off the ground and get out of that earth cave, God, that vampire backrode my red mage twice in a row, which that's some pretty bad odds there. Pretty bad odds. And then he died, and then I tried to walk everything out and hit an unrunnable and was like, oh, this is stupid. I hate everything. But again, pulled it together. Once I got the canoe and was able to get in the ice cave and get a few levels off the eye, and then of course finish getting the rest of my levels on the Agama, then it ended up working out okay.
You did take that grind a little earlier than I think I expected, just because you had, what, like 4 key items in the bank at that point?
Yeah, I knew that I needed to get levels. I mean, I knew my red mage and I knew the red mage wasn't going to be able to carry anything, especially if I had to do all the places that I ended up doing, like ordeals with the unrunnable, what are those things? Zombie Ds, and then if Waterfall ended up being bad, I just knew I needed to get it out of the way as quick as possible at that point.
Okay, now I understand a little bit more. So nobody else took a white mage on this entire party, so nobody had exit, right?
I
Oh no, exit was level 2.
Yeah, exit was 2. Everybody should have had exit.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I was like, well, why didn't nobody do the earth dive? I mean, it was so easy. You just exit out. It's easy.
Yeah, it was
It was easy.
It was easy up until you died to everything. Until you died from everything.
Yeah. Until ogres threw fire through and glare at you. Until wizards ambushed you. Until until you hit unrunnable oozes and arachnids. It was great.
Yeah, and I mean it's real easy when they just look at your person with exit and go, "Oh, you're the way out." No, not today.
Yeah, not today. Oh, you're the person with exit? I'm going to go on ahead and hit you twice in a row. The first time, paralyzing touch, I was like, oh, come on, seriously? So I couldn't get my lit 3 off. And then the second time, he attacked him again and killed him, and I was like, oh, I can't exit now. This is great.
Everything in Earth just decided that Greg's characters needed to walk.
Yeah.
No getting out fast for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was originally going to do Earth early, because I was right there, and I tried to go in with no levels, of course. I was like level 7 or something. And yeah, Earth Cave had better plans, different plans than me getting in and out of there at level 7, so I had to go to Crescent Lake without softs. Oh my god. Do that. I can find the whole 2 I can find the whole 2 minutes that I lost.
There may have been a chuckle at the quest for softs to, cure your
may have laughed a little.
red mage of its lawn ornament status.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really I was so disappointed in myself for saving after getting turned into a statue. I was like, what am I doing? And then I was like, you know what, it's fine, there's 4 people on stream. There's no way they're watching my stream right now and making fun of me.
It was funny because, your red mage was stone. You finally get it unstoned, and then as soon as you unstone your Dang character, Dang's Greg character got stoned, and he had no softs.
Another thing that made me lose probably the whole race was me getting in the air, turning in the herb, realizing it was the tail, and being like, I don't want the tail, let me reset out of this. And I reset back to Earth Cave. I didn't save the whole way. Oh my god. It was so dumb. It was so bad. Man, those chain items though, huh? Just...
Yeah, I hope you liked fetch quests.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of them today.
So, we got Sir Lancelot coming up on Kraken 2. About to get the Master of Arms up in his face. Meanwhile, Chadbert is, I believe, at Topher right now.
He is.
Yep, there he is. Working his way just past the Phantom, heading on into the deeper floors. Already doing 700 damage plus on Kraken. Kraken is not going to be lasting much longer, all things considered. Just waits for everyone while Kraken sprays even more ink. Oh, scary. And a second hit and Kraken is dead. That was the most pathetic Kraken. Like, I'm sad for that Kraken. Goes to heal his party members, is like, oh wait, Kraken didn't do anything.
Yeah, it was like the vanilla Kraken without all the punching.
Yeah, exactly. Recent chat saying Kraken skipped Tentacle Day. Clearly.
Yeah. He's pulling out his quill.
Yeah, I'll take that Kraken over the one we had last night any day.
No joke.
It had no HP, but it hit. It hit real hard.
Tiamat also didn't do much of anything at all. And now, the easiest Topher ever, apparently, is going to end with Sir Linkalot taking on Chaos. Does Chaos have anything worthwhile today? Getting an Invis out. White shirt. Power bonk. Slow 2 lands on the red mage. No one cares about that. Slow 2 that red mage for days, Chaos. All the buffs we could care about, including a fast, and we're on to the next round. Temper comes out. Fighter gets a little stronger. White shirt comes out, even more defense. Ice 2 for chip damage. No one's worried about that. Swing. Hit. 6 hits, 663 damage. From what we saw about Chaos, that probably puts him about a quarter of damage so far. Rub does nothing. Heal 2 comes out to buff up that ice damage. Pretty much back where we started. And a miss. Ooh. Chaos evades. Another Temper's going to buff, though, but you're going to have to start hitting if you want to be able to get through that. Another swing. 3 hits for 356 from what I saw. Chip damage lit 2. Not going to scare her once more. A lock comes out to try and get Chaos to stop dodging. Another white shirt to bring up our own dodging. And we're on to the next round. Another Temper. Another swing. 4 hits, 463. Chaos still being evadey, but we're getting that evade up from that white shirt as well. Only thing that's doing damage are these chip spells, and a heal 2 is going to help to recover a good bit of that back again. Fighter almost back where they started once more. Another lock 2. Chaos easy to hit. Oh, Chaos had Cure 4! Well, we didn't see that before.
Oh, we did not.
Now we know that there's only so much that you can do to this Chaos before he's going to heal. That was, what, like 4 spells in? You're going to have to get that damage going quick. Otherwise...
From what I count, that was 6.
Was it? Can't be 6. I think they can only have 4 or 8 spells.
Well, we still haven't seen 2 of his other spells yet.
You are correct. Thank you. Well, the timer is now set. Continuing to lock 2. Big swing, 7 hits, 1133. Another hit or 2 like that, and Chaos will be down. Continuing to put those locks out, though, and Chaos cannot hit us at all. Oh, there you go. 4 hits, 802. Chaos isn't going to swing around to another Cure 4. In 3rd place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 4 seconds. Sir Linkalot is the 3rd person on screen and in the room to finish the Temple of Fiends. GG to Sir Linkalot.
GG.
The GG on that fight. Yeah, I had been taking some notes as we were going. Slow 2, Ice 2, Rub, Lit 2, Ice 2, Cure 4. So 6 deep in the list.
So with that, Chad is now at Kraken 2. Getting his buffs out, getting his evades out. Kraken gets a bait. Oh no! Kraken takes out the white mage. We do still have lives. Life is still on our red mages. But we gotta hope Kraken does... Okay, good. Kraken does not take out the red mage. They can recover from this. Gets past the Iron Galls that everyone else has seen so far, and we're getting into Tiamat in just a second. Chad being our last on-screen runner, we are going to stick with them until they finish this out. Got a dead black mage already, but we're getting buffs and the ice shirt out. That white shirt. That white shirt is going to be very useful at this point. Dingu in chat asking where the white shirt was. Dang! In case you were wondering, that white shirt was over in the, Oh, no. Oh, no, indeed. Things have gone off the rails there, as Chad has lost everyone except for his fighter. It is man mode time right here. That fighter is really gonna have to get his buffs out quick against this high evade chaos. This is, considering what we saw, this is looking a little dire here. Anyway, the 6 room on Sky 3 up in the upper right, that's where the white shirt was. So, guys, how do you feel about this mono-a-mono with Kier 4 Chaos?
A little worried, but I'm thinking happy thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I'm trying to remember what Chaos said, and I'm pretty sure he started off with a pretty ugly spell right off the get-go.
Yeah, from what I saw from chat, slow 2 landed.
Oof.
Oh no!
That's what I was just talking about.
Oh no, he accidentally miscast the ribbon.
Cute hat.
Look at my lovely ribbon! He's doing rhythmic gymnastics there.
Sometimes after your attack is lowered, you've got to show him a ribbon. Here's my hat.
My lovely dance. Look at it, it's so lovely.
Well, maybe they'll hit you less if you have pretty hair.
Oh no, and without the hits, he's
Possible.
missing.
Yeah.
Oh, slow 2 hit again!
Oh jeez.
We got one swing guaranteed.
Yeah, can't go any lower than 1 swing, but ouch. Yeah, this is looking really bad. He's buffing for all it's worth. That is a fast spell list from Kraken, from Chaos.
Yeah, that Cure 4 came back around with a quickness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he's going to do even vanilla damage in, what, 7 turns? Or 8 turns of combat or whatever.
He needs to get him in a crit loop, basically. Gotta get Chaos punching, missing while he's hitting for all it's worth.
I was gonna say, hasn't he maxed out his weapon now?
Yeah, he's gotta be reaching
No,
cap.
He's real close. Yeah, he's...
Wow! Single hit for 433.
Alright, now we need a loop.
Yeah.
What was the Cure 4? Now we need the loop.
You can't really buff much higher, dude.
We're going higher.
How many bonks does it take to max out?
I don't know.
I
I did on my count earlier on Brax that didn't work.
This is
I am paying the closest attention ever to Lake.
It's the slowest death ever. Oh no.
Feel so bad for him.
Keeps getting that 170. Oh. So he kept getting that 178 there, which if, Chaos didn't have Cure 4, he probably would have eventually gotten through.
Yeah,
With that Cure 4, it was making it too hard.
He needed that on a loop, and it just wasn't happening.
That's unfortunate. I don't blame you for the reset though, because with that Cure 4, unless with that switch, you not being able to get the damage done through that in between the Cure 4s, that hurts a little.
It's unfortunate for Chad. I'm gonna go on ahead and get out of here and let you guys finish doing the broadcast here. I just want to thank, SG for doing the thing, for having us as part of one of their main tournaments on SpeedGaming Live, and for you guys doing your comms and your tracking and whatnot. And dang, GG on your first place. And GG to Sir Link-A-Lot. Is he joining us? I guess probably not, huh?
I don't think so. I went to ask and he had bounced out of the race room, so he should have gotten the invite and he hasn't, so probably not, but GG's to him all the same.
Yeah, we got Fall League, of course, happening. I don't know where the race is happening tomorrow night, but
tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Randomania.
Randomania. That's right. So we do, this is Shard Hunt. It's as crazy as it can possibly get. 3 more weeks of that. Should be a lot of fun. Join the Discord, all that jazz. And, thank you guys. I'll see you guys around.
Thanks, Greg.
GG again, Greg.
Off screen, it also looks like we have one more runner, Jay Coper, who is still working his way out. I think he's just picking up a few levels before he heads into the Temple of Fiends. So we could have ourselves quite a little bit of a race here by the time both our runners are working their way through Temple of Fiends.
True.
For that first tier 2 fight, was that Zap that got through all the defenses there, or did he get further down in the spell list?
I think it was just Zap. I think it was first turn. First turn, Zap killed, the white mage with the ribbon.
Oof.
That's what did it. Yeah, once all the party members died from that, there was no recovery, really, from that.
So we're through Lich 2 again, headed to Carry 2.
Yeah, as chat points out, no one could land a Brack to save their lives against Tier 1, but Tier 2 is first turn, no, I'm just gonna zap you through a ribbon.
Yeah, I mean, they eventually landed. It only took a lot. At least on Sir and Dengwu's side. Poor Chad. It never got one to land. And then I think took quite possibly the longest Tier 1 fight I've ever seen.
That was impressively long, that is true.
It was. We saw quite a few fiends on other screens die in the process of that fight. Tia was stubborn.
I think we managed to get through most of an Ice Age during that fight. Glaciers moved.
That's how it felt. That's how it felt during this entire seed.
I was waiting for that, dang. I was just waiting for that.
So many times where I'm just running out of spells and I'm just like, oh, unrunnable airs. Let me. Oh wait, I got the time elemental. What was it? stop. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll just use that. And it actually hit a couple, and I was like, all right, cool. Now I can hit air with a sword. Sweet.
Nice. Although in my head, I just imagined that, like you swinging at actual air and just nothing there, and it was funny.
Right. That's kind of how I was imagining it,
Uh-huh.
too.
Chad getting through carry 2 on the Kraken 2.
You say that, and I just imagine like the cardboard tube that you're swinging and making that cool whooshing noise.
Uh-huh.
Take that, whoosh. Take that, whoosh.
Anyway, EXP Pinata fight. Chad has taken this one, just like Dingu did. Can't say I blame you. You want the experience for this. Knowing how bad that is.
Let's just say that in this scene, even the things that you technically could run from, nobody seemed to want to run from. It's like, run, run, run. Oh, wait, nobody's running.
Yeah.
Yeah. 22, and I think I entered at 20, and somehow I gained 4 levels going through there. I was like, alright, cool. And I was hoping to get it before Kraken, but that obviously didn't happen. I'm like, well, we gotta go fast.
Yeah, those last levels came from those EXP-rich Iron Gulls. Oh, Red Mage is down from a Kraken hit. Kraken actually punched for once. Who knew it could happen? Cheeky Brack, ineffective. Swing, 7 hits for 593. Another white shirt. Kraken cast stop, doesn't do a darn thing. And we're on to the next round. Bane kills the Black Mage, the other 2 survive. Hooray. Another 7 hits for 590, and that Kraken is down. Quick nothing here just to make sure everything is okay. Revive his party members, and he can move on to Tia's floor.
Your hooray reminded me to tell Dang, and I believe it was when he got exploded that we yelled woo, the chat yelled woo, people at home yelled woo. We were all very excited for you.
We wooed for you.
We did. We wooed for woo.
I was excited too, because that was the most big brain. If anything has taught me anything, you follow the Caleb line of thinking. Okay, we're gonna double dip Earth when probably nobody else is going to do it.
We did say that this was like a whatever. When you've got Martian and Earth and whatever is incentivized, you channel your inner Caleb and you just do it.
I was like, I got Harm 4. I made sure to buy the Harm 4. Oh, Zap comes out, then it's doing Harm or Zap things. But yeah, that Harm 4, that was just... I had it, I bought it, and I said, I'm gonna make use of it. I can kill the vampire, I can do a lot of things if I run into it. And, there's kind of an MVP in some of my situations.
Indeed it was. Nice. And we've got Chad getting through Tia. And this time with the party members still up, that can bring everybody back. We're headed to Chaos with a full party.
I made a mistake when I went against Chaos. I had my Black Mage up front. I meant to actually have my Black Mage in the second row so he could get the tempers off. And he just got rolled so hard. Or was he there? I don't know. All I know is he died and it felt awkward.
Dang, you have 3 scores in the bank, and actually, it looks like your Z-score, or your average of your Z-scores, is actually looking pretty good. Are you planning on racing anymore, or is this it for you?
I mean, It really depends. Like, if there's other runners, we're happen to be short and I'm available, I might just run them, because these flags aren't that bad. I mean, they're kind of fun. To help out people, let them race and stuff like that, because you gotta have 6 people, so make sure everybody gets to qualify. Or, well, not qualify, but, so...
Well, this Chaos Raid fight for Chad is at least going a little better.
Oh no, the ice cube coming out before the Cure 4 can land. That's harsh.
Yeah. But he's getting real damage off of that Knight. You like to see that, over 600 hit damage for those 4 hits. A couple more of those in this Chaos should fall over. I think we saw he had somewhere on the order of like 1900 health based on what we saw from Sir Linkalot's 2 swipes.
Yeah, and he's getting there really quick because he's doing really good damage this time around. And there we go.
There you go. So yes, with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 58 minutes, 14 seconds, Chadbird has finished in 5th place for the entirety of the round. Behind the scenes, we had one more finisher, DVS, in 4th place with 1 hour, 45 minutes, 4 seconds. GG's to both of them. GG's to all of our runners. And and then our one runner who is still working behind the scenes to finish out their run. GG's to everyone for playing.
And I did hear from Chad. He is headed to dinner with the family and won't be coming in for an interview, but he did have one comment that said, "Stupid Bane landing through a ribbon." And just to say GG to everyone, so GG's to him. That was he had a rough go with that seed. He got a lot of unfortunate things that did not quite go his way, but he stuck with it, so definitely a big GG to him.
Good for him, yeah. GG's all around. So I guess at this point then we should probably move on to final thoughts. And Danglu, since you're the one in the room, final thoughts.
I just want to say a big thank you to SpeedGaming, you, the crew, for doing this, all the runners out there for coming in and doing this. You, the fans out there. You guys are the ones that make this entertaining for me, especially because I get to look back at this and watch you guys all comment and laugh at my crazy shenanigans I pull off. So thank you for all that, and I'm gonna bring it back to you guys because Danny and Darkmoon and Shadowed Com sounds amazing.
Thank you. Danny, you got anything else on your end?
Not much. I dropped the links in the chat for anybody, who wants to follow the runners. They should. They're all awesome people, great members of our community who do a lot, help a lot. Follow them, check out their streams, watch them play this game that we all love. You can join the SGLIVE Discord so you can have updates, information on all things SGLIVE, which, as the Darkmoon said earlier, we will be participating in next month. You can join the FFR Discord. We would love to have anybody who wants to join, who wants to learn, who just wants to hang out. Even if you don't want to run the race or races and just want to watch the races, we have even a spectator tag you can give yourself and, know when we have all our races. And for anybody who may want to even sign up, I dropped the link for that too in the chat, who wants to be a part of the tournament. You are also welcome. So just a big thanks to SpeedGaming, as always, for not only letting us host our races here, but always being a great broadcast partner for us. Shadowed for helping with tracking and stuff, and Darkmoon for doing comms with me, because it's always fun.
It is. And time.
For everybody who's watching and always watches our races, thanks. Our broadcast wouldn't be the same without those who hang out and chat and watch and stuff. So thank you to everyone else who was here this evening.
So we're gonna get your final thoughts in just a second, but I do want to give you a shout out for all the notes and everything you take. You guys watching can't see it, but Shadowed Flames takes incredibly detailed notes for us, doing prep work ahead of time, 15 minutes beforehand, writing down all the magic that we're going to see, blanking out a lot of it for spoilers so that we can't see it until it happens, but tracking when people come in to the various parts of the game, when they see stuff, when they fight Kraken 2, what the various fiends have as their skills. One thing I just noticed, and it's a good thing that Tiamat didn't get a chance to do anything the second time around, because their skill list was Inferno, Nuclear, Nuclear, Nuclear. which is absolutely wretched. So, Shadowed, final thoughts from you, our fantastic tracker.
Well, first of all, I think y'all give me way too much credit than I deserve. I do all this extra prep work at the beginning, and then I forget to mark things like, oh, so-and-so got a ruby already, and I missed it. So it's always a learning process, even for people who've been doing this a while. There's always things you can get better at. It also applies to the randomizer itself, speaking as someone who routinely finishes in the bottom 10% of every race that he's ever been in. But it's a good community. I've really enjoyed my time here. They've accepted everyone with open arms, and if you want to bring new life to an old classic game, you certainly can't go wrong with joining the community here for Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Well put, and I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone behind the scenes, and of course, who was playing on screen and in our race room as well. Make sure you give everyone here a follow. These people are entertaining for you, obviously, so it helps out to just give them a little follow in return for this nice evening of racing fun that you got to witness here today. From the booth, I am DarkMoonX, joined by Danny3883. Please come, join the community, be a part of FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. We will see you tomorrow for Fall League. Danny, is that over on Randomania tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. on Randomania is our week 3, race 3 at 9 p.m. Eastern. And Saturday, we close out week 3 with our 4th race here on SpeedGaming at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Excelente. And until then, we will see you next time. Thank you and good night.